Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Brookvale Oval, a packed house for this match of the round, the most important of the season. Standing room only, especially on the hillside. And Des Hasler. All his fans let him know what they think of him. Good support from the Canberra Raiders fans. Just waiting for a little bit of sun to break through from the cloud cover. But it is still fine conditions for football. They're in great recent form, this Manly side, and they are back to full strike power. A tremendous lineup: Ridge, Hancock, Iro, O'Connor, Stokes, Lyons, Tuvey. The backs, the forwards of Hasler, Roberts, Jones, Hosking, Dunford, Bella. The coach is Graham Lowe. And for Canberra, well, what a great side. I should say first up the fresh reserves here for this one: Owen Cunningham and Chris White. And that Canberra side, well, what a great side they are. Even in a crisis, they are still on track to coming back to defend the title and hopefully make it title number three in a row. They are at full strength too, with Belcher back at fullback, Martin, Meninga, Bell, Mullins, Daly, Stewart. The forwards, Clyde, Coyne, Barnhill, Fritsch, Walters, Todd. The coach, trying to keep it all together, Tim Sheens. Internationals involved in this game. A match that should see the football with plenty of air given. Iro, his clash with Meninga should be outstanding. Quickly taken by Bradley Clyde. Dunford ducking out of dummy half to get out of the 22. Eddie Ward will be keen to keep these sides apart, hoping to set a good 5 metres. Hosking. Great game against St George, chased, put down by Meninga. Point scoring machines, both these sides, although the Raiders would like to improve that defensive record. Manly's has been exceptional. Ridge just gets the kick in. Barnhill was trying to charge it down. Belcher tried to play at it. He received a bad bounce. He's taken by Hasler. Paul Martin off his wing. Bounces Hasler out of the road. Also quick play the balls for the Raiders, and Daly scoots out of there. Stewart looks to Bradley Clyde, taken low by little Jeff Tuvey. Stewart again, this time the kick. Ridge coming across quickly. Now it bounces back away from him. A good roll for Canberra. Perfect straight line from them as well. Meninga puts Ridge down. Stewart's way too late. Way too late. The tackle had already been made, and Eddie Ward will warn Ricky Stewart that his tackle wasn't needed at all. Meninga already did the work.
Yeah, it appears, Graham, that Matthew Ridge has obviously been targeted as one of the key players. Ricky Stewart coming in, looking to slow Matthew Ridge down somewhat, but all that resulted in was a penalty.
Well, Bill Anderson, this game offers so much, and we've got great conditions.
Yeah, we sure have, Graham. There's a bit of breeze coming in from the southeast. It favours Manly at the moment, but Ricky Stewart will take full advantage of it in the second term, and he's a key man in this game. If they can keep Manly up the other end of the field, it's going to restrict the goal-kicking chances of Ridge.
Now, interesting here, Eddie Ward is going to call Brent Todd out for the use of a high tackle. I also didn't like the look of a tackle coming in from Steve Walters. I was concerned with the knees. Maybe not too much in that, but definitely from Todd right across the face.
Yeah, he didn't miss his mark there. The referee Eddie Ward had no option but to penalise him for that incident, and it's a critical stage of the match. It'll enable Canberra to get a roll, Manly to get a roll on. We can see the incident again here.
Now, I think Eddie Ward also did talk about the knees. That longer shot shows that Walters was warned for that one as well. So a couple of quick penalties to Manly. They go on the attack. Canberra weren't back to 10. I don't know what the touch judge was doing. They were only 3 and 4 metres from where the tap was taken. Surely he should have given a call to Eddie Ward there. Now, Hosking will play it outside the 22. Roberts with his first touch, straight into the line. He nearly got to the other side.
Eddie Ward's got to get them in the minute. They've been offside 3 play the balls in a row.
They go wide trying to catch them. Tuvey uses an inside runner in Hasler. Breaks away from Daly. Gets away from Barnhill. He chases and puts him down. Hasler was wrestling, trying to get to his feet. Lyons, plenty of fire in the opening minutes. The kick from Lyons. Tidied up by Canberra. Now Jones was late. He'll be penalised. Everybody wants to get into the act. They're all fired up. They know how much is at stake here.
Yeah, plenty of tension in this match. The ball well covered up there by Brett Mullins. Jones coming in very late. No malice in the tackle at all, but certainly a late tackle.
The defender might argue with you. Now, Eddie Ward just checking to see, in fact, if Brett Mullins was going to head to the blood bin. He's allowed him to stay on the field as Meninga kicks, but can't get it away from the 22. Very quick tap restart. Brought away by Fritz. 0-0 here, Manly-Canberra. Brent Todd hammered. What a great tackle from Roberts. Incredible hit. Todd got back up on his feet, played the ball. That shortened him up. Roberts flew in.
Yeah, spot on head on tackle there. Roberts put his body on the line, and as a result, Brent Todd felt the full force.
Todd's still with us. He unloads to Clyde. Gets it to Barnhill. Clyde was tackled. Bella will be penalised. He never had the ball when he grabbed hold of Clyde. Barnhill was looking for some support. Clyde was tackled before the ball arrived.
The ferocity of this game shows how much is hinging on it. A chance for Manly to cement a spot in the top three, and also a chance to put Canberra out of business for the year.
Well, I think Manly are going to put it to Canberra and put it to the forward pack, Bill.
I think they've done it already.
This time, Todd unloads to Meninga. It wasn't that he was worried about any Roberts tackle. It was planned to try and use Meninga. Belcher gets it to Barnhill. 40 metres out from the Manly line, right in midfield. Clyde takes it away. No support on his outside. The crowd cheering every tackle from the Manly team. Stewart switching it. Daly switching back the other way with the kick. Stokes gets down for it. Mullins is inside the 10. Was he in front of the kicker? No, said Eddie Ward.
Plenty of speed in this game early on. It's a match that had all the ingredients for an outstanding encounter, and it's living up to that reputation. Fast play the balls, plenty of support play, just excitement all the way.
I'm looking forward to that man living up to his reputation. Kevin Iro up against Meninga. Now wide, O'Connor. Hancock. He won't get away from the sideline with Meninga following. Pats on the back for Meninga from his teammates.
The lack of communication here between O'Connor and Hancock. O'Connor waiting for, here's the result of it, a push into touch. O'Connor waiting for Hancock to come inside. He elected to stay outside and just forfeited possession.
Graham, I wonder what was going through O'Connor's mind when he saw Meninga coming across after that clash in the State of Origin.
Well, that was one of the most talked about incidents of the year. But they will bury that, forget about it in this game. Too much at stake to worry about what's gone on in the past. Daly. Walters. The Raiders with a chance inside Manly's 22. Stewart. Nobody outside, except plenty of Manly defenders. Todd. Again he gets barreled, but he unloads it, unloads a good ball to Meninga. Meninga still fighting with the defence. Again, they go wide. Bell. Clyde standing out in the three-quarters. Last tackle, good defence from the Sea Eagles. Stewart was waiting to put the kick in. He will still have time. He gets put down, wasn't late. Eddie Ward said no. Ridge with a bouncing ball in the in goal. Trying to get away from there. Bell's got him. But he's back in play. Stokes taken by Steve Walters. Now, Eddie Ward said that was okay, claiming that Roberts was into mid-air to make the tackle as the kick was being taken. Hasler standing.
That was Academy Award stuff.
O'Connor. Last tackle for Manly. Lyons doesn't want to get trapped with it here. He put some pressure on Ridge, who got a kick in, but not a real good one. Belcher has it. And the Raiders 40 metres out. Back on the attack. Stewart. Barnhill remains on that 40-metre line. The Raiders putting everything into it. Trying to run this Manly team around one way then the next. Clyde, a one-hander back looking for Daly. Quick hands to Belcher. Belcher will unload. Bell. Still good defence from Manly.
Yes,
every time they switch, they maintain that line.
Super defence from Manly.
Oh, Roberts again. This time it's Coyne. He's trying to lift his side. You want to talk about some emotion here. Look out, Gary Coyne. Good night. Talk about putting into this Canberra Raiders pack.
Perfectly legal tackle. The point of contact was around the chest. Nothing foul about that at all, but it certainly shows that you can hurt players with legal tackles.
Iro. Great defence from Daly. 0-0 in this dramatic encounter. Eddie Ward's got them inside the 5.
This penalty had to come. Canberra have been offside now for much of the game so far. Eddie Ward has played the advantage on a number of occasions, but that time he was well justified to give the penalty.
Both sides producing so much already. Bellery's got him again. This time they will go for goal. Two great kickers lining up again in this match. 63 from 78 for Ridge. What a percentage that is. Meninga, who started the season poorly, has improved in the last few weeks. 42 from 72. 58.3. Taking plenty of time. Trying to draw first blood. He went right down the middle. Never any problems with that one. Manly grabbed the lead. 2-0 over Canberra. Down it comes for Ridge. The dummy to Kevin Iro. Chase put down by Daly and Bell. O'Connor from dummy half. Trying to find a way through the forwards. Hosking. Taken by Fritz. Bella surging on a blind side. Good matches in the lower grades before this first grade match. President's Cup. Manly with the upset. 24-6 over Canberra. The Raiders, though, wrapping up the minor premiership in reserves. Congratulations to them with their win over Manly. Ridge running some extra metres and then putting it on the left foot. Belcher will try and get to the outside. Now inside of Jones, but he's covered by Hasler.
And he's a key man coming up to the finals for Canberra is Gary Belcher. He's had a horrific run of injuries this year, mainly knee injuries. He's had 2 arthroscopes, but he's a player that they need on kick returns if they're going to make the big games.
Meninga with nowhere to go. Smothering defence from Manly. The Sea Eagles have won 7 of their 10 home matches. This is their last in 91. Belcher. Ridge will not be able to get there in time to do anything about the kick. And the sun coming out for those in the hill. Roberts has come up with 2 outstanding tackles. One on Todd and one on Coyne.
Things starting to settle down a little bit, but you can be sure that none of these players are going to need sleeping tablets tonight to nod off.
There might be some sickies tomorrow. 2-1 they have the scrums, Manly. Roberts showing the way also in attack, not just defence. Brent Todd followed him across. Lyons under pressure. Tried to tap it on for O'Connor. Hasler was standing flat. No one in the back line was coming onto that one. Not a big 5 metres again. Hasler. Support play from him. Tuvey if he can get it wide, but Meninga came in between the outside men. 6 missed tackles already from the Raiders. Belcher gets it back for Mullins. 71 tries the Raiders have scored this year. Shows you just what they can do in the right frame of mind. Manly have come up with 52.
But you mentioned a little earlier, Graham, the main problem for Canberra this year has been their defence. They've not defended anywhere near as strongly as they have in the past. They've scored plenty of tries, but they let more in than Tim Sheens would have liked.
And Wayne, the other unknown is just how distracted they are by those off-field problems.
Well, recent weeks, especially like last weekend, suggests that they can forget about them. But can they do it week in, week out? Hancock. He beat Daly. He beats Meninga. Great run. Brings this crowd to their feet. Roar of approval. Now Iro. He gets it back for Hancock to do some more. Hosking. Up the middle. Familiar territory for him. The territory that he knows best. Roberts. Dunford. Good support play in the forwards.
And that soft yardage up the middle, that'll be concerning Canberra.
Lyons. Can he unload? No, he can't. Now he loses it. It was stolen. Now, I think that ball was cleanly lost by Lyons. Here goes this rule again.
Yeah, it's a tough call, Graham. My opinion that the tackle was affected, then Cliff Lyons just let go of the ball, but well, no, that one I think showed that there was a hand in there after the tackle was affected.
I'm still not convinced about it. The crowd gets a chance to quieten down. Exciting right from the kickoff. Now a slight lull as Ridge sets himself. 150 points for the season for Ridge. 5 tries, 64 goals, 2 field goals. From 37 metres out. Second time up at bat. Ridge. He is a remarkable talent with the boot. Manly 4, Canberra 0. He's okay to restart. Hosking. Straight over the top of Gary Coyne. Lyons. Uses Roberts. He just needs a runner on the inside now, Hasler. If he was a second earlier, Hasler probably would have had a clean run. Dunford. They hung off him, and he nearly got away. Lyons. Back for Roberts. He's been everything. In everything, I should say. Now Ridge. Jones. In front of the post on the last, and they're 10 metres out. Lyons. Field goal time. It looks like old-fashioned rugby league, doesn't it? It's not a converted try to make us 5-0. It's 2 goals and a field goal. Right in front. He took the opportunity just inside the upright. It's Manly 5, Canberra 0. Bella through the tackle of Daly, and out to halfway. That'll be a lift for his team. Hosking.
Yeah, these two, Bella and Hosking, have worked well all year. Bella made the big run, then gained 15 metres. Hosking followed it up, made another 10 metres.
Jones likewise. 31 tackles in the opposition half to the Raiders. Showing nothing for it. O'Connor to Iro. They're not letting each other out of their sights, Meninga and Iro. Stokes back for Ridge. Drives it low along the sideline to the in goal. Too deep.
And only just too deep too. It appears he's got it on something of a string. Magical kicker.
Ridge back to fullback as the Raiders come to the 22 with 2 minutes left in this first 40. Five-0 only to the Sea Eagles. No tries yet. Coyne. Barnhill from dummy half. A big don't argue to Dunford, but he hangs on. Looking for more success in the back line. Daly. Forced back up the middle this time and finished off by the forwards. Kick through in the play of the ball. Now Walters. Good hands from Daly to Belcher. To Stewart. Flicking. Looking to bring somebody in. Martin! He left Hancock standing. There's the first try. Quite brilliant. Hancock lost himself out on the wing. No one home. And Martin grabs 4 points. On the MMI replay, there was some good hands in this. Walters to Daly, excellently to Belcher. Basketball to Stewart, the dummy from Stewart. Driving tackle from Ridge, and Hancock went too far over to the sideline and left a yawning gap on the inside.
Yeah, Canberra just keeping the ball alive here, which is something that they've been trying to do, but they've been spilling far too much possession. The big problem for Manly here was that Matthew Ridge had to make this tackle, which meant they were without a fullback, and also poor positional play there from Hancock, who's usually a very good winger. But full marks to Paul Martin, who goes over for his 10th try of the season.
Knows more than his way around a football field. Give him a chance like that. He's going to add a try. We have to wait right to the death of this first 40 to get try number 1 on this MMI big game. The coach Tim Sheens, the Canberra Raiders man who would be very happy now that they've finally got across the line.
And this is the spot where Canberra were awarded a penalty a little earlier on. Mal Meninga decided not to kick for goal, so we'll see how confident he is about this kick.
Trying to talk himself into it. Really psyched up here, Meninga, on 2 points. Psyched up magnificently. Meninga makes it the full complement, and after being down, the Raiders go to the break here in this vital clash at Brookvale Oval, ahead by 1, 6-5. Welcome back to Brookvale Oval, where it is a tough one in this incredibly hard encounter here between Manly and the Canberra Raiders. Manly come back from this half-time break. All keyed up again. They only allowed a try in the dying seconds of the first 40. Turvey, having had that shoulder strap, still in the lineup. Meninga. Magnificent goal from him from out wide, right before half-time to convert the Martin try. They have proved that they are the best for the last 2 seasons. They might even do it again in 1991. Got to be a good judge to bet against them. The Prime Minister, the Canberra Raiders' #1 fan, makes himself nice and comfortable and at home here at Brookvale to watch this vital second 40. Mullins. Fritz. 11 hit-ups by Bella in the first half in the engine room, and Fritz the best with Canberra for 7. Now Clyde breaks the line. Walters swiveling out of 1 tackle. Back for Stewart to put the kick in. Stokes An awkward one for him, but he knocks it back, and he's wrapped up right on the 22, pushed over the sideline. Great start for Canberra, but there are big problems in this Manly side. We'll get to the big problems in just a second. Stokes pushed over the sideline.
We saw Matthew Ridge use that breeze in the first half enormously, and obviously Ricky Stuart intends to do the same in the second half.
Meninga on the boil, no Ian Roberts, Bill.
The Manly fans hope there's no Ian Roberts anyhow. Des Hasler's back on, as you can see. The report, Graham, is that he has got a knee problem. They're having a look at it, but they hope he'll be able to continue.
I know what you mean, I think, about Roberts. Stewart to Daly. The Raiders fans won't want him back after those tackles.
Neither will the Raiders players.
Fritz! Canberra storming from the break. Manly back to their line. Stewart. Extra wide to Meninga. Bell gets outside of him, and he gets to the gap. Bell, the corner, Lions can't stop him. They opened up Manly out wide. They never took man on man. And if you leave that open for Canberra, with the power they've got out wide, it's going to be a try. On the MMI replay, the crucial time before and after half-time is what's upsetting for Manly. And Meninga has had a hand in this. Straight after the break, O'Connor was short in the line. Hancock, there was a big gap between O'Connor and Hancock.
And you can put this try down to this enormous pass for Ricky Stuart. It's 15, 20 metres long, this pass. Gets outside 4 Manly defenders, and as a result, Canberra get the overlap. Great pass from Mal Meninga, and the man they call the Javelin. Well, they call him the Javelin. He's tall and thin, but he goes over. He scored plenty of tries, and that was his 6th try for the season.
Bell has got plenty of pace. If you give him half a chance, he will leave you behind. Manly stung by another try. If anything, it just has been that positionally they just have not marked up on players.
Well, little things can make the difference, and Frank Stokes allowed himself to be pushed into touch, and that gave Canberra the chance.
And don't underestimate Ricky Stuart's long pass as well.
One from one for Meninga. Mentally, he tunes in on goal number 2. Eyes on the ball. He drills it, but this one is wide. Manly 10. I should say Canberra 10, Manly 5. Fritz. Here they come again, Canberra. Manly have come out very flat since the break. Coyne loses it back. Chance for Hosking, but he can't pick it up. Belcher puts it down. Hosking gets another try. Jones, the crowd, trying to lift the team too. That's what they need. Jones with a great run. Hosking to follow suit. The Raiders are offside. Ridge will waltz up from fullback for another one.
Yeah, a good quick play of the ball there after that break from John Jones forced the error because Canberra hadn't retired the 5 metres, and that run from John Jones caught them offside, well, caught them napping, I suppose.
The urgency came into their play, at least in that passage. Ridge with this kick from about 28 metres out. The Australian captain, cricket captain, that is Alan Border. Great lover of rugby league. Born and bred on the North Shore of Sydney. Ridge. This time not successful. Mullins got away from Stokes. Put down by Iro. Stays 10-5 to Canberra. Clyde. Todd, good support. That's the play I think you were talking about amongst the forwards.
Yeah, that's what Manly have got to try and do. They appear to be really struggling to get some confidence out there on the paddock, and it's up to each player to talk and lift his partner along, his teammate along.
Stewart, long kick down to Ridge, who waits under it. O'Connor's dropped back to support him. Hancock to support O'Connor, but he runs the other way. Half a dozen handling errors against Canberra, only a couple against Manly. Lyons to Tuvey, who's moved to 5'8" for this play. Hasler a one-hander, great ball to Tuvey to Kevin Iro, he puts it down. This is probably a pass he should have taken, but it might have gone down around near his knees. Tuvey looked to bring him inside, just a little low, but he should have caught that ball.
But what a great run from Des Hasler, and he's a man that hasn't trained all week with Manly because he's had a groin problem. He's had a knee problem in the first half of this match to compound that, yet he just keeps putting in. He's a tremendous player, a player who's all heart.
Tough as teak.
You're going to need more of him in this second half. Switch of play. Clyde. Mistakes like that might be the way out for Manly. The door has just opened a little here. Hosking takes it to the forwards. Now Eddie Ward has got them inside the 5. This is a gift for somebody like Ridge. Hasler was rushing up to Eddie Ward to take a quick tap, but there's miles of time left. Only just gone 10 minutes since the break. Meninga just goes over and pats Bradley Clyde on the back. Tries to tell him not to worry about the knock-on.
And Mal was one of the 4 Canberra outside backs that were offside there. Obviously, he was a bit concerned about the try being on. He was prepared to concede the penalty in 2 points rather than concede 6.
But they are giving more penalties in goal-kicking range than they'd want to.
Ridge. Just on the edge of the shadow from the main grandstand as they start to lengthen here this afternoon. 2 from 3 for him. Only a couple of steps in this one to simply guide it through. Manly creep a little closer, but the Raiders still have it 10-7. He gets plenty of kicks out of Manly and the game. And penalties. Graham Lowe would still be looking for some tries.
He'll be looking for a bit more support play from Manly as well. They haven't really been working as a unit, particularly in the forwards. And they've just got to try and push themselves a little bit harder to back one another up. Otherwise, they're going to run into a brick wall defence.
Ridge meets a brick wall here. O'Connor. Roberts was making the advantage line in attack in the first 40. Jones did it well only a couple of minutes ago. Bella with so much responsibility without Roberts. And Hosking. Hancock. Hancock supported the front rower, and Hasler got there to support Hancock. Well, there could have been a penalty out of that. Eddie Ward rushed to the play of the ball, and he forgot about this Canberra defence, which was standing back about 1 metre only. 6 more tackles. Ridge! Eddie Ward nearly got bowled over. Now again he stays at the play of the ball, and Bradley Clyde I thought was a mile offside. Now he gets them back. Bella.
Well, they're almost shaking hands there on this blind side. He's got to watch both sides of the ruck and police both sides of the ruck.
Lyons. Short ball to Hosking. Inside the 22. Hasler from dummy half. He scooted to the side where there was no supports, though. They were all out on the left. Lyons Thinking about a kick? No. Stokes! Stokes under the post! Oh, Brookvale erupts. Canberra went to sleep. I don't know who they were watching, but Frankie Stokes pops up in midfield on the MMI replay. Cliffy Lyons shows him the way through. Poor defence. What an important try.
Poor marker defence in particular here. Cliff Lyons stands a little bit wide, offloads inside to Stokes. Marker defence there from Barnhill was ordinary. Gary Coyne also missed the tackle, and that's Frank Stokes' 7th try for the season.
It was the width of that pass that allowed the space for Stokes to come back into, but a perfect inside pass from Lyons.
Frankie Stokes, when he celebrated that try, took off for about 30 metres. Everybody had to chase him to shake his hand.
He might have been going up to see Bob.
They're still on their feet on the hill as Meninga brings his team together. They were in control, and Manly were looking for something. Now Manly will grab back the lead. Right in front for Ridge, who will make it 4 from 5. The game changes. That's the beauty of rugby league. And the scoreline on this MMI big game, 13-10 to the Sea Eagles. Now the backs for the effort. Lyons showed it once. Gets it back for Hancock, who's travelled from the far wing. Dunford for Hosking. Last tackle. Dunford looked to kick. Now he does. Left alone by Canberra. Mullins will be in the end goal. Ridge is there. Cunningham misses him. Great run. He kept his cool well. Taken finally by Iro.
Even though Mullins made a good run out there, it's still a great set of tackles there from Manly. They worked the ball up. He copped a little whack in the nose there for his efforts too, but it's been a great set of 6 tackles there from Manly. That's the sort of stuff that would be really pleasing their coach, Graham Lowe.
Well, Mullins might end up in the blood bin too if he can't get rid of it all.
Yeah, plenty of blood being spilled out there by both sides today.
Coyne. Coyne stands in midfield. 13-10 to Manly. Daly kicking down to Ridge. Sitting up nicely, no breaking away from him. The Raiders have to win. They've got to come from behind. They've done it once already to get their nose in front. Now they've got to do it again.
They've had a lot of challenges to their premiership over the last couple of years, but nothing bigger than this.
Worried coach of the Raiders, Tim Sheen, sitting sideline. Bill, it's been a big effort now from the Manly pack.
Yeah, I thought their defence was really good. I thought it held on well in that first half. They blinked just after half-time, but now they're putting it together in attack as well. Oh, there's a high one.
Well, I think it started around the chest area. Iro kicks through. Belcher comes travelling to get it. Loses it. Hancock gets hammered. Now Belcher seemed to cop a knee in the back as he went for the ball. And this advantage will run for the Sea Eagles. Dunford straightening. Belcher only just getting back to fullback now. Jones! Jones! Nearly through. Hasler. Manly looking for a try that might be a killer. Ridge. Quickly to Iro. Beats Coyne. Stands in the tackle. Gets it to Hasler. Hasler back to Ridge. Ridge over the top. The ball's gone everywhere. O'Connor. He gets it to Hosking. Hosking takes on Coyne. 9 metres out. We've only got 2 matches left in the Winfield Cup. We've gone down to the wire. The Raiders hanging on here. Lyons pushes it. Cunningham. Grabbed and taken by Bell. Tremendous defence to hang on. Lyons on the last. Out wide for Stokes to climb. Knocked on by Stokes. handover. Canberra will have it now knocked on into the end goal. Back to the 22.
And time to get back in your seat.
All 21,258, that is. So the Raiders with the restart. So out there in 22 for Canberra goes Brett Boyd. Gary Coyne comes off.
And Canberra now on counter-attack. They're deadly at this.
Stone.
One player they'd love to have out on the paddock in a pressure situation like this, and he'd really toughen up their midfield defence, is Glenn Lazarus. And the good news for the Canberra players is that Glenn Lazarus will be back on deck in 3 weeks' time, should they make the semis.
Well, they've got to turn that into good news by winning here. Clyde striving to get through. He looks to be injured in the tackle. Stewart harassed by Tuvey, but still kicks magnificently for the sideline.
With this game being played at a frantic pace, it's taking its toll on the players. Bradley Clyde receiving a bit of attention there, but virtually all 26 players on the paddock have slowed down in tempo because this toll has been played at such, or this game has been played at such a fast pace.
Another head bin. Chris White's gone on. Cunningham comes off.
Yeah, thanks, Billy. Just rushed out there in 41 to the back row.
Matt Wood going on for Canberra. He's just waiting his time here on the sideline.
Plenty of players have been cut in this game today. Hasler. Now Hasler has grabbed that knee again. He came back after the break. This is what troubled him in the first 40. He fell awkwardly here in the tackle. And he clutched the left knee very quickly.
And Des Hasler's a player that doesn't go down unless he's seriously injured. He's unlike some of the Logie Award winners you get out there.
He's going to be coming off. There's no doubt about that. They've just got to get someone ready.
Still plenty of time left. 13 minutes as Hosking heads it up. Scrums are 7-all. Two very busy men for both these sides today, the doctors.
And the trainers.
Lyons over the sideline. Now Lyons claiming that somebody touched it. I think Cliff's better off served if he lets somebody else run the game. Now, Meninga getting out of the way. Did that touch Meninga?
There seems to be a lot of confusion on this Manly bench. They haven't got anyone ready to go on. They're playing with 12 men at the moment. Now they've got someone coming on. It's the number 25, Grant Dury from the reserve grade.
So Dury out there. O'Connor will come over for a caution. Some Canberra players marching over now to Eddie Warden saying to send him off. Spear tackle or not? Well, I tell you, that's as good a spear tackle as you're going to get.
And I'm sure Eddie Ward has instructed to Michael O'Connor that will be in the referee's report.
Now, I don't think so. He's going to call the opposition's captain and a touch judge in to make that official. Somebody's probably going to ask the question why it wasn't.
The question must be asked then, yeah, for sure.
Well, if you're Matt Dunford or Owen Cunningham in a recent game here against Canterbury, they'd be rather confused after it all. And they were suspended for it. Stewart. Meninga. Meninga gets it back. Wood. Manly leading by 3 here. The ball thrown behind Clyde. Bell is taken by O'Connor. Daly stops, then starts again. Walters likewise spins, finds a gap. Last tackle against the Raiders, going down to the last 10.
Some of those little cracks around the ruck starting to appear.
Stewart showed it as if he was going to kick. Now Daly to Belcher, but it was a difficult ball for him to take. It's a handover for Manly. Cutting men out trying to put Belcher to the outside of Iro. It was too high, too difficult.
Once again, they look very dangerous out wide. Whenever Stewart throws in a long pass or Daly throws in a long pass, they tend to get outside the Manly defence and they almost invariably break through.
Iro amongst the forwards. Grand final material. 9 minutes now. It could be the grand final of 91 for Canberra already. Bella, the pass was not good on the inside. Canberra have it. Owen Cunningham, badly cut, stays on the bench.
That was a bit of sloppy play by Manly, that inside pass. It was never on. When you're leading by 3 points and only about 10 minutes to go, there's no need to push passes. You've just got to play safety first.
Exactly right. Now Clyde. Daly with some room to go to his backs. Wood. Belcher in the line for Meninga. Pushes Hosking out of the way. Pushes Jones out of the way. Ridge climbs aboard his big shoulders. Manly's turn to hang on. Wood to Stewart. Stewart to go extra wide. Stokes thought about going for an intercept. Couldn't get there in time. Clyde to Barnhill. Barnhill looking to keep it alive. He does. Daly breaks a tackle. Taken by Jones. They're on their last. Daly taps ahead. He's got Steve Walters. He gets it out wide. Stewart. Here's some numbers. Wood puts the foot down. Do they work it right? Belcher. Belcher straightening. Over the top. Touch. Manly's got it. They live. Now, Iro. He nearly didn't control this. And over 21,000 take their heart out of their mouth and put them back.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure he forced this ball either.
Now, Belcher was looking to get it back inside. Knocked towards the in goal by Ridge. Iro was trying to get it out of there. As he did so, Meninga stayed on him. Threw him to the ground. Not clear because Meninga covered the shot and the ball, whether he really forced it. But Eddie Ward was right there.
Owen Cunningham back on for Dury.
Now Belcher has it. 8 minutes remaining. With the number of blood bins and replacements, as far as the interchange is concerned, I'm lost. Canberra aren't, though. They're just outside, right on the 22 now, and only 3 points splitting these two sides. Desperate struggle at Brookvale.
If you're lost, you're going to be more confused. Hasler's getting ready again. They're desperate, the Sea Eagles.
Daly, Meninga. Belcher follows him. They can't find the way through, though. Stewart, looking for everything. Steve Walters. Chris White hangs on. Last tackle. Meninga, Daly, Stewart. All on the blind side. Daly kicking. Good play again. They've hung on for 12 tackles, Manly. The big question is, here at home, can they hang on for 18 straight?
Yeah, great thinking from Laurie Daly here. He realised that it would have been difficult to get through on this tackle, so he just dropped the ball in goal, forces Ridge to force the ball, and they get 6 more tackles.
This is where it's so important. The mental attitude, the tiredness creeps in.
And decision time for Graham Lowe. He's got a tough decision to make. He wants to put Hasler back on the field, but he doesn't want to ruin him with the semi-finals coming up.
Look out, here goes Clyde. Stokes misses him, but Cunningham tidies up. Canberra, are we looking at the last throw of the defending champs in 91? Stewart, Wood, Daly. Daly getting back on hands and knees. This Canberra side has played 2 of the most exciting grand finals in recent years. Now Boyd trying to stretch out. They got home in those. Can they get home here? Stewart, it opens up. Meninga gone. That might be it. If you're going to look to anybody, it might be the biggest man in the back line. On the MMI replay, Ricky Stewart just opens them up. They stood off him. They all followed him. No one home on the inside. Meninga.
Yeah, one man you can't afford to stand off is Ricky Stewart. He just played with the defence here, sucked in both Bridge and Lyons, and Mal Meninga saw the gap. To give that big man the gap, he goes over for a definite try.
Yeah, but it was a show of skill too from Meninga. Now let's have a look at the lead up. Stewart heads across field, gets the pass back on the inside, but he had a lot of work to do, Meninga. It never went straight into the breadbasket.
Meninga, what a try. 1 from 2. Well, he might have just regained his seat now, sitting alongside the Australian Rugby League chairman, Ken Arthurson. The Prime Minister watches as Daly goes to the sideline, but he knows there's still 5 minutes remaining. Sheens wishing for the seconds to go quicker. He asked the timekeepers how long remaining. Meninga, who has 9 tries this year, now has a goal to give them some sort of space. If Manly get down there, the field goal will be enough for the Sea Eagles. They'll be happy to lock up a draw. The draw, not so good for Canberra. The field goal is on. What a match here at Brookvale. The MMI big game, it is 14-13. Daly on the sideline with Billy Anderson. Let's go down to him.
Laurie, you must have been desperate to come off. You must be badly injured, mate, in a tight one like this.
Yeah, I went over on my ankle again. But hopefully the boys can hang on with 2 minutes to go.
It's been a super effort, Laurie.
Certainly has. We've hung in, but we still haven't won it yet. We've still got 2 minutes or something to go, so hopefully we'll go right.
Thanks for talking to us.
It's good.
Grab a breath, Laurie. He won't relax at the moment. There is 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Canberra will try and soak up as much time and then rely on a good kick. Rely on a good kick from Ricky Stewart. To the sideline, right to the corner where you want it. Keep them down to one side, trapped by Ridge. In the space of 6 tackles, can Manly go anywhere to put them in with a chance of a field goal? O'Connor won't get it down the blind side. Stokes. Somebody needs a big run. Now, suspicion of knees from Ridge in that previous tackle. Turvey to his feet quickly. Just over 90 seconds. 1 point in it. Lions. The Raiders will go back to Bruce Stadium in the nation's capital in the final round to line up against St George. A win to put them into the semis. Martin. Manly need the ball. Time running out. Lions. Just on 60 seconds. Todd. All stitched up. His head bandaged. What a performance from these Raiders in the second round. It's been talked about their club owing millions of dollars in financial tatters. No such scene on the field, though.
The Manly must put plenty of pressure here on Ricky Stewart. They can't afford to let him get a good kick in.
Great spirit from both sides. At times it's looked like it was going to be a Manly win. Then it's changed. Both sides have thrown everything into it. Manly still throwing what they can hope for, maybe a field goal. About 30 seconds. They've got to go all the way. Iro has been heavily marked. No room for him to move again. Ridge. They swing it wide. Turvey hesitates. Tries to get through. Quick hands from Lyons. Stokes is there. Can't get away from Mullins. That's it. The defending champs are still online. Meninga, and the Green Machine might be back for title number 3. 1991 is no memory for the Raiders. They have St George in their aims, as well as the Winfield Cup once more. They've got what they came for. The Prime Minister knows that he might still hand over the cup on the 22nd of September to Mal Meninga again. What a great game at Brookvale between two tremendous sides. Martin, Bell, Meninga the try scorers for the Raiders. Meninga just the 1 goal. Stokes the try scorer for Manly. Ridge 4 goals. Magnificent performance. And that field goal from Lions, only one in it, in front of 21,258.
This has been a Fox Sports production.